Have you ever gone to Subway at 2 a.m. in the freezing cold just to be assaulted by two MAGA supporters with a noose? On January 29th, 2019, Jussie Smollett reported a hate crime. A hate crime that seemed beyond belief.
You want to take it off for anything?
Yeah, I do. I just want to see.
Smollett told police he was assaulted by two masked men, yelling racist and homophobic slurs.
There's a bleach on me. Bleach on me.
I was looking at myself, just like checking myself out. I saw the bruise on my neck, you know, like the little, the rope burn around my neck. And then but I smelled bleach. I know the smell of bleach. And I saw on my sweatshirt, it had marks on it, like spots on it, when you have a bad bleach job. So then I was like, there's bleach on me too.
As Smollett reported, two light-skinned men shouted racist and homophobic slurs, threw bleach, and put a noose around his neck as he went to grab food at 2 a.m.
You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're going to Subway. Sub-Zero.
Subway is open 24 hours. Like, people kill me when they say things like that because it's like Subway is open 24 hours for a reason. So that when you're hungry at night and you ain't got no food, you go to Subway. I'm not gonna go out and get a tuna sandwich and a salad to meet somebody. It's offensive. And I absolutely resent that narrative.
So you had the rope on the entire time?
I mean, it wasn't like wrapped around, but yeah, it was around because I wanted them to see.
Why do you think you were targeted?
I can just assume, I mean, I come really, really hard against 45.
I want to ask you about Jussie Smollett.
I think that's horrible. It doesn't get worse, as far as I'm concerned.
Were you aware that he made that statement?
I saw it. I don't know what to say to that.
And he's still processing the raw emotions. Earlier this week, he submitted phone records from within an hour of the incident, but Chicago police said they were limited and heavily redacted.
If I had said it was a Muslim or Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot much more.
In fact, the week before the attack, police confirm a letter was sent to the Fox studio in Chicago with threatening language and laced with powdery substance, likely Tylenol.
And you did mention it to the police right away about the letter.
Absolutely. There was no address, but the return address said in big red, you know, like caps, MAGA. Did I make that up too?
What do you feel people need to hear the most from this story?
I think that what people need to hear is just the truth. I will never be the man that this did not happen to. I am forever changed, and I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back.
For more than 3 weeks, at least 24 detectives searched for the two men and investigated Smollett's claims.
I was talking to a friend, and I said, I just want them to find them. And she said, sweetie, they're not gonna find them. That just made me so angry because so I'm just gonna be left here with this so they get to go free and go about their life and possibly attack someone else. And I'm here left with the aftermath of this bull. I understand how difficult it will be to find them, but we gotta. I still want to believe with everything that has happened that there's something called justice. Because if I stop believing that, then what's it all for?
Yeah. Thank you, Jussie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was this Mighty Duck telling the truth? Or is his tail hanging by a thread?
Will there be justice for Jussie? Did you guys go to Subway without me? Why didn't you say anything? When we return, we'll discover if he's telling the truth, and I'll be on my lunch.
Subway is open 24 hours for a reason, so that when you're hungry at night and you ain't got no food, you go to Subway.
We choose truth over facts.
So how about that Empire actor with the unfriendly encounter? Was there any truth to this event? No, complete fabrication.
Now at 7, guilty actor Jussie Smollett convicted on 5 of the 6 counts he was facing after being accused of staging a hate crime.
Adriana Diaz has the evidence that police say proves that the attack was actually a hoax.
Smollett, who is black and gay, was convicted of making up a story of being assaulted in a hate attack.
For weeks, Smollett insisted he was the victim.
Who the would make something like this up or add something to it or whatever it may be? You do such a disservice when you lie about things like this.
His story soon began to unravel when brothers Ola and Bola Osundaro told police they were paid $3,500 to carry out the choreographed attack.
Defendant Smollett then stated that he wanted to stage an attack where Abel would appear to batter him.
Surveillance video recorded them purchasing supplies and canvassing the block where the attack would occur.
The brothers now cooperating with police. Chicago's police superintendent with blistering words for the actor.
Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why.
And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now. The fact that we have these fear mongrels, these people that are trying to separate us, and it's just not okay.
As far as we can tell, the scratches and bruising that you saw on his face was most likely self-inflicted.
You've embarrassed your valuable friends in high places, elected public officials, people in the media. You've embarrassed them. You have to live with that. I don't know if those relationships can be repaired. You've become toxic in your own workplace. Your career future is uncertain at very best. It was really on a rocket ship to success, and now you've turned yourself into riches to rags, and it's so unfortunate. Your very name has become an adverb for lying, and I cannot imagine what could be worse than that.
During closing arguments, the prosecutor zeroed in on the actor, saying he was lying to police then and lying to the jury now.
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay. Guilty on 5 disorderly conduct-related counts. Count 1, lying to police that he was victim of a hate crime. Count 2, lying that he had been beaten. Counts 3 and 4, making similar lies to another officer. And count 5, telling a false claim again to police.
If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself.
The jury clearly did not buy his story. Again, guilty on 5 of 6 counts, where he faces up to 3 years in prison, although experts say they doubt he will receive that much time.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal.
My concern is that hate crimes will now publicly be met with a level of skepticism that previously didn't happen.